Hi, this is Abby from the Medicineless Pharmacy. Today I was thinking about sharing my recipes for my waffles with you guys. Before I start sharing recipes, I want to talk to you guys about picking your recipes. Because when people come to me for food prep help and stuff like that, the first question they ask is, what do I make? Just tell me what to make. Give me recipes, you tell me what you make, tell me what to make, and I'll just make them. I'll just eat whatever you tell me to eat. When I have clients come to me for nutritional needs or weight loss and stuff, that is the first thing they'll say. Just tell me what to eat and I'll just eat it. Just tell me it's good for me and I'm good. I wish it was that simple, right? Nutrition is a very customized, personal thing. First, what do you need to eat? What is good for you? What do you love to eat? What do you like to eat? And what you're capable of cooking. So many aspects go into it. So there is definitely a thought process that goes into cooking for one person, especially when you're cooking for one person, because you have to make such small batches that you feel like you're doing too many things, right? So it's definitely something to think about. If you decide to meal prep for a whole week, so you're not making in small batches, it's important to make sure that that food you're meal prepping for the whole week is the right food for you to eat. But again, once you figured all that out, you know what you want to eat, what you want to make. You have all the stuff that you like to eat and you're going to say, hey, that's great. I love my waffles in the morning. I love my curries. I like some salad. I want my meats at night. However you decide to do it. Then you go to look for recipes that'll work for you. What kind of recipes you're going to make? Again, picking a recipe is a very important aspect of a meal prep because recipes fall under certain categories. If you're a home cook, there are recipes that are amazing, easy to make, but it's going to come out great. These are the recipes you're going to use when you're serving your guest. If people are going to come to your house, if you're going to feed them, this is the recipe you'll use. Everybody that eats that recipe is going to be like, oh my God, this is so good. You need to give me the recipe. It's amazing. So there's definitely that recipe that you do for a party, maybe when people come over, when families visit, or if it's a special occasion for yourself and you want to indulge, right? That's the first recipe. And then there's another category of recipe that you will make for a quick, maybe for work, for like a party or a potluck. You have to take a big portion, or it's getting outside your house. So you're gonna make sure these recipes don't have to be heated up, or it's easy to heat up. It goes with the theme. Does this party have a theme? There's so many other aspects that go into it. So these are the recipes that you will use for potlucks, and if you have to cook for a big batch and stuff like that. And then there are recipes that you use for yourself, for meal prep, every day when you come home to make dinner. So those are the recipes I'm going to talk about, right? For yourself, to meal prep for the week, or recipes you're going to make really quick for dinner. These recipes fall under two categories. The one, you are patient, have time, or in a mood to make, like you feel like cooking, you have the time, everything is working out for you, life is great, we're going to take these recipes and we're going to make these recipes. We're going to buy ingredients, we're going to make a list, we're going to see what we need, what we're going to get, come home and we're going to prep. I mean, you're going to have days like, I have had weeks like that. It's amazing, it's wonderful, right? And then there are weeks when you're exhausted or you're tired, you're burnt out, and you're like, do I really need to cook today? Do I really need to meal prep? Oh my God, I need to make something for this week. Otherwise, I'm gonna suffer when the week comes. I'll be eating out too much. I know I need to like put the time in and get something going right now so I could have some food for the week, right? It's not something you want to do, you like to do. This is not a choice, right? You have to make, you have to batch cook, you have to meal prep for that week. So you have food for the week. So there are recipes that work for days like that. So it's important for you to first, when you start looking for recipes to meal prep, it's important to understand this concept. Be very honest with yourself. You're cooking for yourself. Just be very honest with yourself. What are you capable of, right? What comes easy to you? What does not come easy to you? What fills your well and what really drains you, right? They're very different things. I love baking. I love like baking. I don't mind making curries. It comes easy to me. But baking, I love. Prepping, I hate. I hate cutting vegetables. I hate washing stuff, like washing vegetables and like prepping. I hate that. I know that about myself. But I know clients, even some of my clients, they love prepping vegetables. They love the idea of making a salad. They love like rinsing those greens out, making a salad and stuff like that. I cannot do that, right? Everybody is different. But again, the thing is, you need to be honest with yourself when you pick these recipes and think about what works for you and what does not. I am not someone that loves prepping. So I do not have any recipes in my closet that I need to cut and make stuff fresh right away. Because if I'm prepping for these like recipes, by the time I'm done prepping, I get a little like cranky and irritated. And then the cooking goes downhill, right? I do get help. I have someone prep for me. Sometimes I myself will prep for my weekly meals. I'll prep, I'll cut all the vegetables, I'll do everything I need to do. And then another day, I'll pull all of these cut vegetables and start cooking. I use a lot of frozen stuff, so a lot of my recipes use frozen things. Pre-prepped vegetables and stuff like that. But again, everybody is different. So you need to first understand you. Like sit down, think about what you like doing, what you do not like doing. And then what are you good at? I love baking. Am I great at baking? No, I'm good at baking. You know, I could make stuff. But I'm not an expert. I'm not a baking expert by any means. Like, yes, I could make stuff, right? I could follow a complex recipe and make something, but I'm not an expert in baking. But curries, I'm a little bit of an expert in curry. I could put anything in anything and like make that curry taste good, right? You could give me any vegetable, you could throw any vegetable on my side and I could make a curry with it, right? I'm just good at making curries. And my daughter loves the curries I make. And sometimes I'm like, really? Is that good? Because I didn't even think if that will go good. But it did, right? So I'm pretty good with my curries. I'm very good. Like, so you have your strengths and weaknesses. So it's very important to think about your strengths and weaknesses while you pick these recipes. So my waffle recipe, I'll share my waffle recipe with you guys at a later time. But my waffle recipe is a recipe like that. Usually I make them on a Sunday morning or a Saturday morning. I wake up and I have like a hungry teenager like waiting to eat, right? So when I make this waffle recipe, I'm probably have a very like hungry household. So anything that could go wrong will go wrong when I make this waffle recipe. It's like a stressful time to make breakfast. But this waffle recipe is so easy to make. Everything I have had, so the waffle recipe calls for milk, buttermilk actually, but I have added milk to it. It had worked. I have added heavy cream. Like I would sometimes not even have milk, so I'll mix heavy cream with water, and I'm like, it's a liquid. It's a liquid. It's a white liquid. Works. I have actually melted some ice cream. Some vanilla ice cream and added to this recipe, and it has worked, right? So again, some of these recipes just work well, right? They work well and they're very forgiving. So when I pick recipes for my meal prep, that's what I do. I do recipes that are very forgiving. If I don't have something, I could substitute something. If I have something that I want to really use, if I have like a vegetable and stuff like that, I should be able to use those vegetables. I use my seasoned salt to do roast vegetables, and it's a very forgiving recipe. I could use whatever vegetables I want in there. I have added broccoli, potatoes, carrots, cauliflower, the classic roast vegetable items to it. My daughter the other day brought me like the Romanesco broccoli. It's like a broccoli that it looks beautiful. It has like this hexagonal patterns to it. Amazing. But I have never even cooked it, right? Like, what is this? It is a broccoli family, apparently. So I made roast vegetables with it, and it was great. So my roast vegetable recipe is pretty forgiving. I've added beets to my roast vegetable recipe. I have added a radish to the roast vegetable recipes. I do bell pepper sometimes. Once in a while, I've even gotten away with zucchini if I do it with a bunch of other stuff. So my roast vegetable recipe is very forgiving. It's quite easy and quick to go in the oven and come up, right? I mean, it bakes for a while in the oven, but the recipe itself is quite quick and easy to do. And it's very forgiving. It uses a lot of other vegetables. So when you are thinking about meal prepping, there's so many aspects of that meal prep that you need to think things through. And recipes is definitely one of them. So go on your recipe book, look through all of the stuff that you have, and categorize them. You do not want to be messing with these party recipes for your regular weekday dinners, right? It's going to take a lot of time. You are probably tired, and most of the times you during your weekday meals, you're concentrating on nutrition, health. Make sure it has the right amount of balance in the food. Different things. So it makes your life easy. So do me a favor, you guys. Go ahead and look through all of the recipes you have and categorize them. Which one do you use for parties when people come over? Like, which one you use for entertaining? What are the recipes you go for like big batch cooking, like big parties, like things you need to take to a potluck, things you do during Christmas, things you do during holidays, birthday parties and stuff like that. And the recipes that you use to meal prep for yourself. And in that recipe that you use to meal prep for yourself, I want you guys to categorize them again into recipes that you could do on a good day, that it needs to be a great day for you to do those recipes. And then the recipes where no matter what, you're exhausted and tired, it comes together. Like my rice that I make on a Sunday night for like the weekday meals, it comes out right no matter what. I throw rice with whatever I want inside the rice cooker and it'll come out as a perfect lunch. So I want you guys to go ahead and like see what recipes you already have. Comment the recipes you have. Like put a comment, put it in the comment. Those recipes that you guys make that's fail-proof, that like you've messed up and it still come out good, right? I'm curious to hear. But those are the recipes we are going for. If you're a single mom or a single professional that's working hard and has no time, those are the recipes we want. Recipes that are easy to make. It's okay if you screw up. It still comes out, well, not great, but still good. Those are the recipes you're looking for. It needs to be simple, and you make a collection of those recipes. And then before you know, you'll have so many recipes for your meal prep on Saturdays or Sundays that you would have to choose which one to let go. Because that's what happens to me now. I'm like, what am I going to make? Should I make this or that? It comes with practice, it comes with time, it comes with collecting a bunch of recipes. I will definitely share my recipe for the waffles. I even do like a focaccia bread that comes off pretty. It's easy to like make. I know it's like very easy to make. Bread is a little tricky, but this particular one is like easy to make. And I do roast vegetables. I'll share some of those recipes, but I'm curious to see what you guys do for your meal prep. Or if you have any questions on recipes that you love, just comment below and I could go through those and see if I could come up with like a foolproof recipe that'll help you meal prep for the weekend. Thanks for listening to me. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.